We saw all those army tanks going up yesterday on the back of semis, so it was interesting. Not sure where they'd be heading to.
Oh, there's places in Darwin.
Probably Darwin.
Not that they're actually shiny, but they look pretty new.
Yeah.
The army doesn't do shiny. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Hope you enjoyed your stay.
We certainly
Thank you,
did.
we did.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
It's Sunday, 2nd of June, and we have joined the exodus from the Big Four Caravan Park, and probably from quite a few others, being on or around the 10 o'clock deadline. And today we are heading to Gemtree Caravan Park. So Gemtree is actually on the Plenty Highway, which takes you across through Northern Territory to Boulia in Queensland, and from there all points further east. Much of it's dirt, but we're only travelling on the bitumen part today as far as Gemtree. So we go through Alice Springs first of all and head north up the Stewart Highway for a while. Heavy moving equipment.
Yes.
That's the sort of thing you want in your sandpit at home.
Okay, looks like we're out of town and on our way. Interesting landscape.
Tanami Road, the Undermoo and Halls Creek.
Oh, I still have fond memories of that road.
Not a smooth spot amongst it.
Like a piece of glass.
And here we come to a 130.
Oh God, one
Yes. The fastest speed limit in Australia. So now that we've crossed the Tropic of Capricorn, we are in the tropics.
Oh, really?
Yep.
We should warm up a bit.
It's 13 degrees. Gemtree,
Gemtree.
12k.
Okay.
Friendly, clean, quiet and spacious. Oh,
Okay, a sign
yeah,
for
Boulia.
Boulia.
Well, Boulia is
And
a...
we're not going to Boulia.
We're not going to Boulia, no.
Central Australian Gemfields. Arts Range. Cobermoray. Boulia. Plenty Highway.
These people decide they're taking wrong things. Oh, they just decide to take some photos.
They might be
Plenty
taking
Highway
photos.
open.
Oh, what's some signs?
Four-wheel drive only.
A four-wheel drive.
Amaroo to Lake Nash closed. Queensland border to Boulia.
Oh, Newfoundland
Four-wheel drive
Highway.
only.
It's four-wheel drive only. Okay, we're turning off to Gemtree.
No road trains.
No road train. Okay. Hours 8 to 5.
Reception that way.
Yeah, mate.
Go around past that
Yeah,
way.
go
Reception that
reception.
way. So I'm thinking.
Park here somewhere.
Anybody Gemtree area, please? Give us a radio check. Radio check, please.
Yeah, you're working.
So this is the entrance to the Gemtree Caravan Park with a nice little pond there, and we're going to embark upon the nature trail walk which heads off in this direction. And this is a river red gum tree, which I think is the first thing they pointed out. So we're just walking through a typical example of some mulga forest, looking at some of the trees and so on which have been pointed out. The fruit of this particular one has the highest level of vitamin C of any fruit. Here's the poor old windsock for the local airstrip, which has just been working absolute overtime over the last few days. So we seem to have inadvertently stumbled in the middle of a golf course. It's stumbled into. So I'm standing at the tee off for hole number 8, 233 metres par 4, and the pin for number 7 is just over there. Gale's walking up the fairway. So here we have a fine example, perhaps, of Acacia tetragrammaphila. This is known to be extremely hardy, and was known by the old timers that if this one, or if these bushes died, everything would die. So you can just see a bit of the Strangway Mountains through the gaps in the trees there as we continue on our nature walk, accompanied of course by a small plethora of flies. At last, after having found so many tees, I found one of the greens. Well, the hole anyway. The path's taking us on a variety of different terrains, showing us a huge variety of native shrubs. Option 1, option 2. Well, we'll take option 1. Takes us down to the riverbed. Not that we're going to be getting a swim. Outback rivers don't really run all that often. You can see it's fairly dry here. There may be water down deep if you were to dig. There are certain types of grass which you can use to identify where there might be water nearby. I don't know whether I'm seeing any of those or not here at the moment. And then we come back to the back of the buildings for the caravan park, lodge, etc. And go and have a look at this log cabin, which contains a lot of history of the local area and the original families. So the old Mount Riddick Homestead Historical Museum. This is the Gemtree Caravan Park pool. Because every reasonable caravan park should have a pool for a dip on a hot summer's day, which this is not. After resting up at Gemtree Caravan Park for a couple of days, we're venturing further east to go and have a look at the Foskicking area and see if we can find anything interesting.
Bin's track, Foskicking area to the right. So 7, so we're going to about 8k to the Foskicking area. Mud Tank Zircon Field, Foskicking area.
Yes.
Bush camping is permitted, however there are no facilities on site. Do blah 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 blah, don't blah 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 blah. Do you want to take a photo of that?
Yeah, I do. I want to start.
The territory rocks. Well, we have to go Foskicking, sweetheart.
Yeah, do we?
Yeah, well it says don't engage in any activities not related to Foskicking.
Okay.
I didn't realise the do's. Oh, do backfill holes you create.
Oh yeah, we're not going to create any holes. You haven't got anything.
There's a shovel.
You haven't even bought a bucket.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a problem. I suppose seeing a Foskicking area
Yeah.
for the purpose of viewing fossicking or understanding what a fossicking area looks like,
Yeah.
is probably an activity related to fossicking.
Yes.
So, on the basis of that argument,
Yes.
I'm going to say
But I
we
probably
are
can't get that.
engaged in activities related to fossicking. Looks a bit like the gate's open.
Okay. You know, rule number 1.
Leave it as you found it.
Leave it as you found it. I don't know what rule number 2 is.
Leave
We
it
say.
leave it as you found it.
And rule number 3 is probably leave
See
it as
rule
you
number
found
1.
it. It's a good one.
So it's a van. That's another van. So people are camping out here.
Camping. There's quite a few scattered around.
I mean, you know, when you get to your fossicking area,
Yeah.
does it say fossick
I
here?
don't.
Or do you just see a whole bunch of fossickers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or do you see
No,
signs
there's
of
nothing.
fossicking? Oh,
Yes.
you're right there. Have we missed?
I think.
So having got to the end of the road, at this point we had no choice but to become fossickers ourselves, even if we were actually just looking for other fossickers. One of the great features on the Land Cruiser's GPS is the fact that it leaves breadcrumbs behind so you can see where you've been, so provided you can backtrack, you're not really lost. Although arguably, if you look at this video, you could probably say we really were lost. Finally, however, we saw some fossickers off in the distance and we found our way over to them. We're at a fossicking area near Gemtree. The people here are fossicking, which involves taking some gravel out of the ground and sifting it and washing it and searching for zircons in this particular area, looking for some pinkish stones. And we'll go up and have a look over the top of this rise, because this area used to be a mica mine and there's a large open cut over the top of this. So as the sign says, danger, open hole. Yes, an impressive ex-open mica mine.
You don't want to. What, are you going to drive into the water?
Yeah, sure. No worries. Oh, you can drive into the water, sweet. Very disappointing.
Oh, it's a very rocky road.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Hey?
Try to take a little view of the dash cams. So,
Yeah, that's a.
there we go. There you are, dash cam. That's an open cut mica mine.
Actually, the water does look
Deep
fairly
water
deep.
not suitable for swimming or drinking or swimming.
Mm.
Oh, it does look very, very deep. Yeah.
I just wonder how the cows don't. How they stop the cows from trying to go in there. And,
The cows are not thrill seekers. No, they're just quite happy to drink it. And it's obviously an excellent water supply for them.
oh, a couple of dead cows. This must be the place where the dead cows come to die. And cut that out, I think, on the dash cam.